Restoring transactions is extremely simple. Let's head back into our shop class, which brings up the original UI alert view here. Collapsing some of these methods here makes the code a bit more readable. Display store UI, this is where that would have happened. We have an alert view that says display the price of the product. Other button title was maybe later, and I'm going to add another one up here, which is, this is an array of buttons, so we'll add one before that. Maybe later and nil. So now if we're bringing this up, it should come up with 3 options. Let's see if I'm right. If we hit purchase, there we go, we have 3 options now. Likewise, we could implement something like that on the restore button here. Completely forgot that we had that here. Usually it's embedded in the purchase dialog. It's a, whatever suits your app best type thing. Notice the array of buttons here. Now the buy button looks much better in the dialog. Restore is up here, maybe later is up here. You can swap these around, so the pattern that this follows is, this is the cancel button technically, and the cancel button hasn't changed here. Cancel button is still the price. Other button titles, which will be 0 in the array, and other button titles will be, this is 1, restore purchases, and then the other one is 2. So 0, 1, 2. Great, let's have a look at our view controller, because that's the guy that's going to react to the restore purchases. So just a reminder, 0 is still make the purchase, then 1 is no longer the cancel button, 1 is now the restore button, and case 2 is now the cancel button, which means we have to not do anything. Now to actually restore the purchase, we don't need to take another payment. So right now up here, we would call self new shop make the purchase. And here we don't want to take that payment again, because otherwise we're ending up with the same payment dialog as before. So let's head back over to our shop implementation. In fact, let me make this a bit bigger here. And where it says make the purchase, we'll create another method called restore the purchase. And I'll copy that, put it in the header file, so that it can be accessed from our view controller. And in here, I'm going to do something very similar to up here. Rather than creating a payment, we're saying to the App Store, just restore whatever's there. And we call that via the SK payment queue, restore completed transactions. And when we send that to the App Store will get back to our app delegate and call this method again here, updated transactions. And this time, instead of purchased or purchasing, it will go straight to transaction restored. And in it, we need to do nothing other than to finish this transaction and unlock the full version. So let's do that. Unlock full version and finish transaction. And we've already seen how to unlock that. It's just unlock full version. And we also know how to finish our transaction. That's on the SK payment queue again. And it may be nice to bring up a dialog that tells the user. And I suppose in here we should also validate our receipt. We're getting a receipt with the restore, which has a copy of the original. So if we have saved the original receipt, we can compare the two and see if that was the genuine purchaser or somebody hacking into the system. Let's see how this works on the device. First, to test this properly, I'm going to remove the app again from the device. And then I'll run it so that we've got the free version again. Hit purchase. And in this case, let's click the first button here, restore purchases. And do you think the App Store would have gotten back to us at some point? It looks like it did not do that. What a shame. Let's see where it all went wrong. So we're not getting a log message here. We should have been receiving the restore was successful. Didn't happen. See where it all goes wrong. In here, restore the purchase. Let's click purchase again, and hopefully we will end up here if I hit restore. No, restore the purchase was never called, so why not? In our view controller, we haven't actually implemented it. That's why. So there, self, new shop, restore the purchase. It's not just you, it's everybody. Okay, third time lucky. Press the purchase button, hit restore purchases. Our breakpoint kicks in, that's perfect. We're restoring the completed transactions. I'm going to hit that little play button here. Sign in again with our super secret password. And all we get is a little log message, restore was successful. That's exactly what we wanted. If I run the app again, I would imagine we are now running the full version. Let's check our label. And we are indeed. Perfect. That's purchases sorted, restore sorted. Of course, the UI leaves a little bit of things to be desired for, but you'll work it out. That's cool. I've also added a button restore up here. We're not using them, but in your app, when you submit it to Apple, it's vitally important that your app has a restore options if you're using non-consumable products. If you don't provide that, Apple will reject your application. You must have a restore option. It's part of the human interface guidelines or the in-app purchase guidelines or whatever other guidelines they've come up with. Vitally important to have a restore button. To see the full source code of this project, head over to github.com/verslewis and you'll find a project called In-App Purchases. I'll give you the link in this video and also in the companion article to this course. So let's have a look at what we've learned today. First, we started building a custom shop class, our very own custom shop class that can be reused in other applications, so you don't have to constantly write that from scratch. We also got a list of products from the App Store. That was via the validate product identifiers that contacts the App Store for the first time and grabs the actual products with description and price. We then built a little store UI that displays the price and description straight from iTunes Connect in the local currency and language. So if you want to translate your in-app purchase, you do that straight from within iTunes Connect and you don't have to touch the code for your app. Then we ask the App Store to take payment, and upon success, the App Store gets back to us, and then we can unlock the full version and tell that to our customers. That was it. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment in the companion article below. If you like this video, please share it with friends, family, and total strangers. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and, of course, to my website. Bye for now. I will see you next time.